Welcome to Detroit Prepping. I guess today's the day to talk about CW2. Now, I guess thinking back to the original Civil War, as far as I understand it, the main reason for the resistance, and I may not be saying this in the exact proper terms, but came right down to the fact of taxation without representation once again. A problem America has found itself in from the beginning and hopefully not in the end. The thought of a second Civil War is so far from even possible in my mind. I tend to think most men, women that I know personally have zero resistance to any perceived threat to their freedom. And I'm not sure that most of them understand truly what freedom is. Yes, your personal freedom of being able to move without being incarcerated in a cage is a very valuable asset, worth keeping at almost any cost. But I don't think they have any problem surrendering their firearms, their vehicles. I think every person I know personally would up to and include all of their money, all of their jewelry. I believe if a force of over 10 people arrived at their location, lawful or not, they would absolutely surrender every possession, allow their house to be razed to the ground, and think, wow, my lucky stars, I get to at least walk down the street and try again. I don't know that even 1% of the population is willing to admit by a show of force that they've had enough. It's often talked about on occasion. I talk about it with people, and the realization I have come to is that for the average man in America, or woman, it could never get bad enough until they're at your door. Now, once they've arrived at your location and they have seized whatever they've decided to seize, how many people do you know that would rush to your aid to replenish your supplies? How many people do you know that would approach your location while this was in progress and demand that the progress be stopped? How many people do you know that show up to court and fight a traffic ticket? I think at the end of the day, no matter how bad the day has been, every American I've spoken to knows it might be better tomorrow, and as long as they don't complain too loud, they'll get to complain again tomorrow. I am sure that no one I know even understands what it would take to resist the system as it is today. I mean, there is no place in this country a tribe can be safe. I've read news articles of cities within the United States of America being bombed from the air by their local police department. Do you know 100 people that would meet you at your house and fight to the death just so they wouldn't take yours? I don't know one man that would show up to my house for that battle. I think the true fate of America at this point is when we're all broke and we can't pay our bills. That's where we'll be. And those that have more will last longer. And when I say more, I mean more physical assets that can be diverted into community assets. I could see a point where cities are sectioned off on their own. Judgment, where smaller communities remove themselves from the larger infrastructure and install much smaller, maybe it's not the right word, but devices to fuel their infrastructure. Water towers, gas holding and distribution facilities, power output would probably be one of the big switchovers to smaller grids. And I'm sure some communities will absolutely be so impoverished and unable to do these things that they will eat themselves and they will burn their houses for warmth and they will eventually return the land to nature. I don't know if this is Earth's way of keeping all things in check. I don't know if any of us are going to make it out of this. But I guess my strongest feeling is that until everyone is assured that no one will show up to help, we will all keep hope until the end, and we will all submit to whatever greater force arrives before us. And if you want to call that the next civil war in America, I'd hate to tell you that it started a long time ago. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back to my channel. And if nothing else, I hope you have a good day.